You would think that salespeople would have to be masters of human relations soft skills. Well, you would be disappointed because that is rarely the case. The pros know how important developing these skills are, and they know where to go for the classic work on this subject. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and best-selling author of 2 books, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our studio in our High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku. That is the business center of Tokyo. This is episode number 29, and we are talking about 4 pillars for principle-driven sales. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Winning with Relationships selling course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Winning with Relationships selling course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear, and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. Now it's time for the show. Sorry dewa, ikimashou. So let's get going. 4 pillars for principle-driven sales. In 1936, an unknown author, despite many frustrating years of writing and receiving rejections, finally managed to get his manuscript published. It was taken up by a major publishing house, Simon & Schuster. That book became a classic in the pantheon of self-help books, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Surprisingly, many people in sales have never read this work. Dale Carnegie has definitely joined the circle of established thinkers who offer wisdom and valuable ideas. His aim was to help all of us be better with each other, particularly in a business context. He did this by laying down some principles which will make us more successful in dealing with others, especially those people not like us. Here are 4 principles for helping us all to become friendlier with our clients. 1, become genuinely interested in other people. Our buyers are actually more interested in what we know about what they want than in what we know about our product or service. It is a common mistake, though, to be wrapped up in the features of our offering and lose focus on the person buying it and what they want. At the extreme, transactional thinking means you don't care about the individual. You only care about their money from the sale. That is the hyper short career in sales option. For a long career, we better get busy really understanding our clients. The key word in this principle is genuine. Having a correct kokorogamai, or true intention, means we will be honestly focused on understanding the client so that we can really serve them and build a partnership. We must be fully focused on their success, because wrapped up inside that outcome is our own success. Number 2, talk in terms of the other person's interests. Salespeople have a nasty habit of selective listening and a selective conversation around what they want to talk about. Their kokorogamai, or true intention, is centered around their interests, and the buyer's interests are secondary. Sales talk is a misnomer. There is no sales talk. There are well-designed questions, and there are carefully crafted explanations around solution delivery, which are tightly tied to what the buyer is interested in. Questions uncover interests, and with laser beam focus, that is the only thing we talk about. Sounds simple, but salespeople love to talk. They love the sound of their own voice, and they become deaf to the client, often without even realizing it. Check yourself during your next client conversation. Imagine we were to create a transcript of your words. Would they be 100% addressed to the buyer's interests? If not, then stop blathering and start talking in terms of their interests. By the way, Japanese buyers are rarely uncomfortable with silence, so don't feel pressured to fill the conversation gaps with pap. Number 3, be a good listener. Encourage the other person to talk about themselves. Good listening means listening for what is not being said, as well as what we are hearing. It means not pretending to be listening while we secretly think of our soon-to-be unveiled brilliant response. It means not getting sidetracked by a single piece of key information, but taking in the whole of what is being conveyed. It means listening with your eyes, reading the body language, and checking it against the words being offered. Talkative salespeople miss so much key client information and then scratch their heads as to why they can't be more successful in selling. The client doesn't have the sales handbook where the questioning sequences are nicely aligned and arranged for maximum efficiency. Instead, the client conversation wanders all over the place, lurching from one topic to another without any compunction. I am just like that as a buyer. I have so many interests and will happily digress on the digressions of the digressions. Well-designed questions from the salesperson keeps the whole thing on track and allows the client to speak about themselves at length. In those offerings from the buyer, we learn so much about their values, interests, absolute must-haves, their desirables, their primary interests, and their dominant buying motives. Japanese buyers usually need a level of trust to be developed before they open up and talk about themselves. It is exceedingly rare to wrap up an agreement in Japan with just one meeting. So, salespeople, play the long game here and don't be in a rush. We are limbering up for a marathon, not a sprint in Japan. Number 4, arouse in the other person an eager want. This is not huckster, carnival barker manipulation. This is becoming a great communicator someone who can arouse passion and enthusiasm in others. Sales is the transfer of enthusiasm based on the salesperson's belief in the righteousness of doing good through supplying offerings that really help the buyer and their business. One of the biggest barriers to success in sales is client inertia. They keep doing what they have always done in the same way and get the same results. Our job is to shake that equation up and help them get a better result through doing something new, buying our product or service. We have to help them overcome their fears and persuade them to take action. In Japan, there is a penalty for action if something fails, and less of a penalty associated with inaction. So the bias here is to do nothing. Having a need and taking immediate action are not connected in the client's mind until we connect them. We have to fully explain the opportunity cost of no decision, no action, or no response to our proposal. We achieve all of this by using well thought out questions which lead the buyer to draw the same conclusion that we have come to, that our offering is what they need and that they need it right now. This Socratic method of asking questions works because it helps to clarify the buyer's own thinking. Most salespeople don't ask any questions, or certainly not enough questions, because they are too busy talking about the features of their widget. We can arouse an eager want if we frame the questions well. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. The Japan Business Mastery Show is here to help you navigate your way around business in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. There's a little bell icon. You can hit that for automatic new episode updates and notifications. Our website details are on screen now. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. It's awesome value, so check it out. Please leave me some feedback on YouTube. I would love to know how this show has helped, and, well, what other topics you'd be interested for me to cover for you. Just tell me how I can help you best. You might also enjoy my other weekly shows. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays we have the Presentations Japan series. Wednesdays we have the Sales Japan series. Thursdays we have the Leadership Japan series, and Fridays we have the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast version. You get these wherever you get your podcasts. Also, on Mondays, I release my other TV show, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. That comes out on YouTube. In episode number 30, we are talking about ending speeches with aplomb. Onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode, next week, of How to Master Business Here, because that is what we all want, isn't it? Japan Business Mastery.